My dear children, how are you? I hope you are fine at your home. We are discussing the chapter algebraic expression. In the last section, what we have discussed with children? What is meant by algebraic expression and what are the terms of algebraic expression and what is meant by factors of a term and what is meant by coefficient of a term. These are all the things we have discussed in the last section. Also, we have discussed about types of algebraic expressions like terms, unlike terms, and monomial, binomial, trinomial, like that. What is meant by like terms? In an algebraic expression, the terms which have the same algebraic factors are called like terms. What is meant by unlike terms? In an algebraic expression, the terms which have different algebraic factors are called unlike terms. Similarly, based on the number of terms, we have classified monomial, binomial and trinomial. Monomial means an algebraic expression which has only one term. Binomial means in an algebraic expression it contains only two terms. The two terms must be unlike to each other. Similarly, trinomial means an algebraic expression that contains three terms. It means the three unlike terms. Okay. These are the things we have discussed in the last section. Okay.
In today's class, we are going to discuss some more concept in the chapter algebraic expression. Okay. Before that, let us see some problems. Example 3. Identify like terms. What do you mean by like terms? Like term means they have same algebraic factors. We know that. If the question is given like this means you have to write like terms are. Like that you have to write in the solution part. Like terms are. After that you have to give the number like this 1, 2, 3 like that, and then you have to collect the like terms. Okay. Suppose if the question is given like this means you have to put the hyphen here and you have to write like terms. If it is unlike term means you have to write unlike terms. But many of the students in your homework you are writing as LT, ULT. Like that you don't write children. You have to write like terms, unlike terms. Like that you have to write. Okay. See here. Here they given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 factors. 13 terms they have given. Among these 13 terms, we are going to identify what are the like terms. Okay. See here first, minus x y power 2. You have to search any term like this. That is, the power of the x is 1 and power of the y is 2. Okay. We have to search is there any terms like this. Okay. See here, power of the y is 1 and power of the x is 2. So this is not a like term. See here. Power of the x is 1 and power of the y is 2. It is similar to this first term. So these two are like terms. So you have to write the two terms together. Okay. Next you have to observe the second one. Minus 4 yx square. Here power of the y is 1 and power of the x is 2. Again you have to search any terms like this. Okay. Like this algebraic factor. See here. Here no one like this. See here, power of the y is 1 and power of the x is 2. See here children, x square y and y x square. Both are same children. Remember this, x square y is also same as y into x square. Like 2 into 3, 3 into 2. Both are same because their values are equal to 6 only. Like that, x square y is always same as y x square. Okay, so we have to connect this term and this term as a like terms, and then we have to write it as minus 4 y x square comma minus 20 x square y. Okay, so we have written these two terms. Next see here 8 x square. Here we have only one variable, that is x. Its power is 2. Search any other terms like this. See here also we have the power of x as 2. So connect these three terms together as a like term. So 8x square comma minus 11x square, comma 6x square. These are the like terms. Okay. Next, which term we are having? 7y. See here also we have 1y. Here 7y. Write both the terms 7y, comma y. These are like terms. Okay. Next, see here minus 100. Yes. See here any terms which have only x term. See here 3x. So collect minus 100x and 3x as a like term. This one also we have finished. This one also finished. See the next one. Minus 7yx and 2x. So already I got told yx and xy are same. See here xy, yx. Remember children, the operation between xy is multiplication. Okay. Minus 11yx 2xy. You can also write minus 11yx as minus 11xy. Okay. For the calculation purposes, you can change it also. Okay. Thus, we have identified the like terms from the given questions. Okay. Next, we are going to see example 4. Classify into monomials, binomials, and trinomials. How the polynomials are classified into monomials, binomials, and trinomials based on the number of terms. Okay. Based on the number of terms, we are classified into 3 types. Monomial, binomial, trinomials. Monomial means it has only one term. Binomial means it has 2 terms. Trinomial means it has 3 terms. Okay. I give you into it children. How can you find the number of terms? The terms are separated by only 2 signs. One is plus and minus. Okay. See here. Here 4y minus 3y. So don't conclude it is a monomial because observe the question carefully. 4y minus 3y. They are like terms. Okay. So as in the fraction we can add and subtract the like fractions. Do you remember that 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 means we can add it because they are like fractions because denominators are same. Like that in algebraic expression like terms only added or subtracted. Okay. See here 4y minus 3y. So we can add or subtract it. See here 4y minus 3y means you have to subtract this 3y from 4y. So okay. First you have to subtract the value 4 minus 3. So what is your answer? 1. And write the y together. Do you understand children? 4y minus 3y is equal to 1y. If you don't understand means think this example. You have 4 apples. Among the 4 apples you have ate 3 apples. So how many apples remaining? Only 1 apple. Like that we are writing. Instead of apple we are using y here. Do you understand? Okay. 4y minus 3y. So what is your answer? 1y. See here it is how many times 1y can be written as y. So the given example contains only one term. It has one term means we can say it as monomial. It has only one term. So we can call this polynomial as a monomial. Okay. Let us move to the next one. 3a minus 5b. Given there are 2 terms, it is separated by the symbol minus. Check it is not a like term. So we can't add it or subtract it. They are unlike terms because they have the different algebraic factors. Okay. So it has 2 terms. 2 terms mean we can call it as a binomial. So write it as it is binomial. Okay. See the next one. Z square. It has only one term. So it has one term. It is monomial. Do you understand? See the next one. 3x square plus xy minus 4yx. Don't write it as a 3 terms. It is a trinomial. Before write the monomial, binomial, trinomial, you have to check they are unlike or not. See here. These 2 are like terms because here also we have xy, here also we have yx with the same power. So you have to evaluate these 2 terms because like terms only add or subtract. So here we have plus symbol, here we have minus symbol. As per the rules in integers, different symbol means you can subtract. So subtract the smaller number from the larger number and write the symbol for the result as the larger number symbol. See here you have xy, this is one term. What is the coefficient of xy? 1. Here you have minus 4. Instead of writing yx, I am writing as a yx for your understanding purpose. Okay, thus 4 apples, here 1 apple. If you subtract 1 apple from the 4 apple means, what is your answer? 3 apples. But Here, which is the larger number? 4. What is the symbol for it? Minus. So your answer is minus 3 apples. Instead of apple, you have to write xy. So here, plus xy minus 4xy, it becomes minus 3xy. I hope you understand. Okay. See here, 3x square minus 3xy. They are unlike terms. That is, they have only two terms. Two terms means we can call it as a binomial. Okay. See the next one. AB plus BC plus CA. It has how many terms, children? 3 terms. Okay. 3 terms means we can call it as a trinomial. Before writing, you have to check whether they are like or unlike. They are unlike terms. So we can't add or subtract it. So it has 3 terms. We can write it as a, it is trinomial. Okay. See the next one. P square plus Q square plus R square minus 4Q square. Do you find any like terms here? Yes. Q square and minus 4Q square are like terms. So you have to evaluate the like terms. So write first P square plus Q square and bring this together with Q square. So after Q square you have to bring this minus 4Q square because for evaluating this. And then write R square. Now you have to evaluate this. Okay. See here, for evaluating the like terms, you have to evaluate the coefficients and write the variables along with that. Okay. Separately we will see the addition and the subtraction of variables. Okay. See here, plus Q square minus 4Q square. Okay. See Q square. What is the coefficient of Q square? 1. What is the coefficient of Q square here? Minus 4. That is plus 1 minus 4. Different symbol means you have to subtract. Subtract the smaller number from the larger number. So 4 minus 1. Your answer is 3. What is the symbol for the result? Minus. So minus 3. So write it as minus 3 and write the variable along with it. Q square. So P square minus 3Q square plus R square. Totally count how many terms? 1, 2, 3. Thus it has 3 terms. So we have to write it as a trinomial. Do you understand, children? Okay. See the next one. 1 plus x plus 5. Don't write it as a trinomial because here we have one constant. Here also we have constant. So you have to add or subtract the constant as given in the polynomial. See here, 1 is the constant, here 5 is the constant. You have to add this because before 1 you have the symbol plus and before 5 you have the symbol plus. So you have to add it. So write it as first you have to write the variable x plus 1 plus 5. So x plus 5 plus 1 6. Thus given polynomial has 2 terms. What are they? X and 6. So you have to write it has 2 terms. Therefore it is binomial. I hope you all understand the monomial, binomial and trinomial. Before answering this question, you have to check the polynomial having any like terms. Suppose if the question having like terms means you have to evaluate the like terms and then you have to count the terms and answer it. Okay. The terms are separated by plus and minus. Okay. Don't say it as a two terms. That is 5b is not a two term because 5 and b are an operation of multiplication. Okay. Terms are separated by only plus and minus. Okay. 3a and 5b are separated by the symbol minus. I hope you understand. Okay, next we are going to see one example 6. Find the degree of the polynomial 5x minus 6. Okay, in the last video I have given the problem based on the same question, that is by degree of the polynomial you have to find. To find the degree of the polynomial, first step is you have to find the degree of each term. After that, you have to choose the highest value of the degree of the term. That highest value should be given as the degree of the polynomial. Okay. See here. What is the given polynomial? 5x minus 6. So it has how many terms? Only 2 terms. One is 5x and another one is minus 6. Okay. First you have to find out degree of 5x. Okay. 5x means what is the power of x? You have to understand it is 1. So degree of this term is 1. Okay, next degree of minus 6. Degree of the constant is always 0. Why? Along with minus 6, you can write, you can use any variable children. I am taking x, I give power of x to as 0 because anything power 0 is 1. Okay, anything power 0 is 1. You know it already. Once again I am recalling it. Any number or any variable power 0 is equal to 1. So x power 0 is equal to 1. It does not change its value. Still see here minus 6 into 1 is equal to minus 6. So by adding x power 0, its value does not change. So we can say degree of this minus 6 is, you have to check what is the power of the variable. Here we have the power, here we have the variable x with power 0. So here we have to write the power, degree as a 0. Thus degree of minus 6 is 0. Hereafter is any constant come means you have to write degree of that constant is 0. Why? This is the reason. But you no need to write you no need to explain these things. Okay. You have to keep this thing in your mind. Okay. See the next one. Example 7. Find the degree of the polynomial 21. See here. Here we have only one number, that is 21. Similar to this, see here minus 6. Degree of 21 is what I have told now. If the hereafter, if they are any asking what is the degree of constant means, you have to write degree of it is 0. So degree of 21 is 0. Therefore degree of the given polynomial is 20. Degree of the given polynomial is 0. Okay. See the next one. Based on this degree, listen children, we have discussed degree. Based on the number of degree, that is if the degree is 1, 2, 0, 3 like that, we have some types of polynomial. See, what are they? Constant polynomial. How can you read this? Constant polynomial, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial and biquadratic polynomial. Now we are going to see the definition of this polynomial one by one. What is meant by constant polynomial? A polynomial of degree is said to be constant polynomial. Suppose if any polynomial having the degree 0 means we can call that polynomial as a constant polynomial. See some examples here. 8 minus 10, like that you can write any number children. Any number, that is any constant is said to be constant polynomial. 2000, 3000, 5000, 474 are called as a constant polynomial. What is the definition for constant polynomial? A polynomial of degree 0. Okay. See what is meant by linear polynomial. Linear means you have to remember the children number 1. Okay. Linear polynomial. Okay. A polynomial of degree 1 is said to be linear polynomial. What is meant by linear polynomial? A polynomial of degree 1. It is said to be linear polynomial. See here, x plus 8. Okay, here it has how many terms? 2 terms. So we can call it as a binomial. Binomial is said to be based on the number of terms. Here we are calling it as a linear polynomial because based on the degree. Why? Because the degree of this x is 1. See here, degree of the y is 1. That is power of the y is 1. So degree of the entire polynomial is 1. So degree of the given polynomial is 1 means we can call that polynomial as a linear polynomial. I hope you understand. See here, once again I am explaining. X plus 8. What is the power of x? 1. What is the degree of this given polynomial? Because degree of this term is 1, degree of this term is 0. Among the 0 and 1, which is the highest? 1. So degree of the entire polynomial is 1. Similarly, degree of this polynomial is 1. If any polynomial having the degree 1 means we can say it as a linear polynomial. Do you understand? Okay. See next one. Quadratic polynomial. What is mean by quadratic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 2 means we can call it as a quadratic polynomial. What is its name? Quadratic polynomial. It means a polynomial of degree 2. Let us see some examples. See here, 3x power 2 plus 2x plus 5. We have to find the degree of this polynomial. To find the degree of this polynomial, you have to write degree of each term. Okay. What is the degree of this term? 2. What is the degree of this term? Power of the x is 1. So degree of this term is 1. What is the degree of this term? Degree of constant is always remains 0. So among 0, 1, 2, which is the bigger one? 2. So degree of this polynomial is 2. If the degree of the polynomial is 2 means we can call it as a quadratic polynomial. I hope you understand. See the next one, y square plus y plus 2. Similar explanation only this one also. So this is also called as a quadratic polynomials. Suppose if you have the question like this, m square, this is also said to be a quadratic polynomial. Suppose along with m square you have minus 5, means it is also said to be quadratic polynomials. Okay, let us see cubic polynomial. What is cubic polynomial? A polynomial of degree 3 is said to be cubic polynomial. Okay, a polynomial of degree 3. Let us see some example. M cube plus 3m plus 10. What is the degree of this polynomial? For that, you have to calculate degree of each term. What is the degree of this term? 3. What is the degree of this term? 1. What is the degree of this term? 0. Among this, which is the biggest one? 3. So degree of this polynomial is 3. Similarly, degree of this polynomial is 3. See here, p cube. Degree of this polynomial also 3. So these polynomials are said to be cubic polynomial. Okay. How can we call this? Cubic polynomials. Cubic means 3. Okay. Quadratic means 2. Linear means 1. Constant means degree 0. Okay. See here. Biquadratic polynomial. Bi means 2. Quadratic means 2. 2 plus 2, 4. That is a polynomial of degree 4 is said to be biquadratic polynomial. Okay. A polynomial of degree 4 is said to be biquadratic polynomial. Okay. See here. T power 4 plus t power 3 plus 3t power square, that is 3t square plus t minus 10. If you find degree of this polynomial, it is 4. Okay. See here, m power 4 minus 13. So what is the degree of this polynomial? It is also 4. That's why we are calling this polynomial as biquadratic polynomials. Okay. Let us once again read the name. Constant polynomial, it means degree 0. Linear polynomial, it means degree of the polynomial is equal to 1. Quadratic polynomial, it means degree of the polynomial is 2. Cubic polynomial, it means degree of the polynomial is 3. Biquadratic polynomial, it means degree of the polynomial is 4. Okay, I hope you have understand. Next we are going to see very important concept, value of algebraic expression. Listen carefully children. The value of algebraic expression depends on the value of the variables involved in the expression. That is, the value of algebraic expression depends on the value of the variables involved in it. By seeing this example, you can easily understand this concept. Okay. So here, find the value of the following expressions for x equal to 2. How can you find the value of algebraic expression? Means you have to substitute the given value instead of the variables. In sports and games, you can know if someone hurts means if someone have any injury means instead of that x person, someone will come on to play. Such type of process is called substitutions. Like that, here also we are going to substitute the given value for the variables. Okay, what are the variables? The alphabets A, B, C, D, etc. are called variables. Okay, we are going to substitute the given values instead of the variables. I hope you understand. See the first one, 12x. It is very easy, children. Listen carefully. 12x. Instead of x, you have to substitute 2 only because in the question they are given 2. If they given minus 1 means you have to write minus 1 instead of x. If they given 10 means you have to write 10. If they gave 5 means you have to substitute 5 instead of that particular variable. Okay. See here they gave 2. So instead of 2 you have to put 2. Before that you have to thorough what are the operation between the number and the variable. Here 12 and the x are in the process of multiplication. So here you have to multiply the 12 with 2. So what is your answer? 24. Okay, see the next one, x square. Instead of x you have to put 2. X equal to 2. X power 2. That is we are substituting the value of 2 instead of x. number 2 times. Suppose 5 power 3 means we have to multiply the 5 3 times. We know this concept already. Okay, 2 into 2, what is the answer? 4. Okay, see the next one, x power 3. X power 3 means instead of x we have to substitute what is the given value? 2. So 2 power 3. You can also read it as 2 cube. You have to multiply 2 how many times, children? 3 times. 2 into 2 into 2. What is the answer? 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. Okay. See the next one. X power 4. So instead of x you are substituting the given value. 2 power 4. It means you have to multiply the 2 4 times. 2 2s are 4. 2 2s are 4. That is 4 into 4. Your answer is 16. I hope you understand. See the next one. 2x minus 1. Instead of x, you have to substitute 2. So, 2 into 2 minus 1. 2 2s are 4 minus 1. So, what is your answer? 3. Do you understand, children? Once again, I am explaining. 2x minus 1. Instead of x, you have to substitute the given value. That is 2 into 2. What is the operation between 2 and 2? Multiplication. So, 2 into 2, 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. See the next one. 3 into x square minus 2. Listen carefully. X square minus 2. These terms are within the bracket. First step is you have to evaluate the bracket first. So instead of x, substitute the value 2. So 2 square minus 2. So 3 into what is the value of 2 square? 4. That is you have to multiply the 2 times. 2 into 2, 4 minus 2. First, you have to evaluate the numbers within the bracket. So, 4 minus 2, what is your answer? 3. 4 minus 2, 2. So, 3 into 2. Between 3 and 2, what is the operation? Multiplication. So, you have to multiply 2. 3 2s are 6. I hope you understand. Listen carefully, children. 3 into x square minus 2. Here, you have to find the value of this expression by substituting the value 2 instead of x. Thus, we are substituting 2 instead of x. 2 square minus 2. What is the value of 2 square? 4. 4 minus 2, 2. 3 into 2, 6. Okay, see the next one. 2x square. So instead of 2, you have to put 2 square. So 2 square means 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4. You have to multiply the 2 with 4. So what is your answer? 8. See the next one. 3x square by 4. Here also you have to substitute the value 2 for x. So 3 into 2 square by 4. You can also use multiplication symbol. You can also use the bracket. Okay. So 3 into what is the value of 2 square? 4 by 4. 4 getting cancelled. So here 1 3 by 1 you can write as 3. We understand, children? See the next one. 4x square minus 5. So instead of x, you have to substitute 2. So 2 square minus 5. So 4, what is the value of 2 square? 2 into 2 minus 5. So 2 into 2, 4 minus 5. 4 4s are 16. 16 minus 5. So what is the answer? Do you understand? See the next one. This is the problem from exercise 6.2. 12th sum. Find the values of, read the subdivision A. X cube plus y cube plus 3xy is given. X equal to minus 1, y equal to 2, z equal to 3. Listen carefully, children. You have to find the value of this expression by substituting the given values. What are the given values? X equal to minus 1, y equal to 2, z equal to 3. See here x, instead of x you have to put minus 1, y, instead of y you have to put 2. See here, instead of x you have to put minus 1, for y you have to substitute 2, for z you have to substitute 3. Do you understand, children? X minus 1 whole power 3, y 2 whole power 3 plus 3. What is the value of x? Minus 1. What is the value of y? 2. What is the value of z? 3. Next we are going to evaluate this. Minus 1 whole cube. It means you have to multiply minus 1 3 times. Minus into minus plus, plus into minus minus, 1 into 1 into 1, 1. So your answer is minus 1. Do you understand? Next 2 cube. 2 cube means you have to multiply the 2 3 times. So what is your answer? 8. So plus 8. Do you understand, children? See the next one. Here you have minus. So minus into plus minus 1 into 3 3 3 2s are 6 6 3s are 18. Do you understand? Plus into minus minus. 3 into 1, 3. 3 into 2, 6. 6 into 3, 18. You see here, minus 1 plus 8 minus 18. They are in same symbol. So you can add this. Minus 1 minus 18 plus 8. So what is the answer? Minus 19 plus 8. Because they are in same symbol. So you have to add it and write the same symbol. Minus 19 plus 8. Now they are in different symbols. So you have to separate the smaller number from the bigger number. So what is the answer? Minus 11. Because as per the rule 2, you have to separate the smaller number from the larger number and the result takes the larger number sign. Okay? Do you understand all these some children? Okay, thank you.
My dear children, now we are going to do activity for the concept multiplication. By this activity, you can easily understand the concept of multiplication. Okay. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Okay. Multiplication is nothing but repeated addition. Okay. Let us start our activity. See here children, I have taken 4 sets of shapes. Okay. How many sets I have taken? 4 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have taken 4 sets. Now we are going to count how many pieces in each set. Okay. See 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thus in each set we have 4 pieces. Okay. Now we are going to find out total number of pieces. So you have to add all the pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have found out totally we have 16 pieces. Okay. Now we can conclude from this if we add 4 times, that is we are adding 4 times of 4, we get 16. Okay, 4 times we are adding 4, we get the answer 16. We can write this in symbolical form, thus 4 into 4 equal to 16. I hope you understand. Do you understand children? 4 4s are 16. That is, if you are adding 4 times, you get the answer 16. Similarly, suppose if I remove the one set from this means, let us see what happened. Now I am going to remove this last set. Okay. So totally we have how many sets? 3 sets. Okay. Now we are going to find out total. Totally we have how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 pieces. That is, we are adding 3 times of 4 is 12. We can write this statement as symbolical form as 3 into 4 equal to 12. Thus we say 3 4s are 12. 4 4s are 16. Let us see one more example children. Here I have taken 2 sets of shapes. This is first set, this is second set. Now we are going to count the total number of shapes. Let us count 1, 2. In one set we have 2 shapes. See here in second set also we have 2 pieces. So totally we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally we have 4 pieces. That is, if you add 2 times of 2, you get 4. That's why we are writing 2 into 2 is equal to 4. Do you understand children? Now I am going to add one more pair. Okay, one more set. It is my third set. So now I am adding third set. Now what is the total number of coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is, if you add 3 times of 2, you get 6. So we can write it as a symbolic form. 3 2s are 6. I hope you understand. Now I am going to add one more set. Okay. So it is my fourth set. Now
What is the total number of coins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can say if you add 4 times of 2, your answer is 8. So we can write it as 4 2s are 8. Do you understand, children? Let us see one more example, children. Here I have taken 2 sets of coins. See here, let us count how many pieces in each set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in each set it has 10 coins. In this set also it has 10 coins. So how can you find the total number of coins? By adding. So total number of coin is 20. That is, if you add 2 times of 10, you get 20. Do you understand? Now I am going to add one more set. Okay, so I am adding one more set of 10 coins. So now we have 3 sets. 1, 2, 3 sets. Now we have how many coins totally? 10, 20, 30. That is, if you add 3 times of 10, you get the answer 30. Okay, now I am going to add one more set. Okay, this is 4th set. Okay, in this set also we have 10 coins. So totally we have 10, 20, 30, 40. So if you add 10 4 times, means you get the answer 40. Now I am going to add one more set of coins. Now totally I have 5 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in each set I have 10 coins. So totally I have how many coins, children? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So totally I have 50 coins. Thus, if you add 10 5 times, if you add 10 5 times, you get the answer 50. We can write all this statement in simple form. That is, 2 into 10 equal to 20. 3 times of 10 equal to 30. 4 times of 10 equal to 40. 5 times of 10 equal to 50. So this is the way you have to understand the concept of multiplication. I hope you have understand this concept. Okay, thank you.